Hello, my name's Mark, and today we're going to be having a look at the guitar. This is designed to be your first lesson, so whether you've had a guitar in your cupboard and it's all dusty, or you've just got your first one, we're going to have a look at the guitar in general, just name some bits and pieces so you can identify these parts, and then we're going to also have a look at the first couple of chords. Just to set you on your way playing, because that's what we want you to do at the end of the day. We want you to take it away and then play. You can either play in front of your friends, your family, take it to parties, or even if it's just for yourself. 90% of the time I'm playing just by myself. So without further ado, let's have a look at the guitar itself, right? I'll try and position myself the best possible because I'm on limited equipment here. I'm over in Tenerife, so hello everyone in Spain, hello everyone back home. Let's have a look at this guitar. So first off, I've got the neck, okay, that's this part here, that long bit here, and you've got your headstock, yep, on which then you have tuning pegs, which can make the strings sharper or flatter when you get in tune, and that is probably the first place to start off. When you get your guitar, get yourself a little tuner. You can buy one either in any kind of reputable guitar shop, any should have one, or online. If you go on the App Store, you can download them, usually for free, or if not, like a tiny little fee, and most of them are absolutely fantastic, so and they're good enough to get you away, so I would highly recommend you do that. Right, what else do we have on the guitar? This bit here, you'll notice these strips of metal going down. They are frets, your fret wire, okay, and we'll have, they're all numbered, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you'll also see some dots, yeah, and they're just little fret markers, so you kind of know where you're going. You'll also have some little, possibly have some little dots on the top of the guitar, and they're usually, there's sometimes a third one there, but on acoustics sometimes they don't. 5, 7, 9, 12, 15, and it goes up from there. As I say, it depends on makes and models as to what markers they have on, as and where. But we've also got the body, sound wall. This is where all of the acoustic comes from, the acoustic guitar. So we have strings, right? Now I'm going to give you the musical names of these because we'll refer back to them, but we're also going to have a look at a numbering system. So if any of the music theory side of it kind of baffles you, which it can take a while to get your head round, I'll show you a brief thing of guitar tablature, which is music for guitar, but it's done kind of numerically. So we'll have a look at both. So strings. So this first one is to say, make sure you're in tune. If you don't, pause this, take a second to just go over, make sure you've got this in tune. If you've got A, D, G, B, and A. Right, we'll go over that again. So we have the open, E is your one closest to your nose, that's known as your low E, as it's the bass note, so you can hear. So we've got two E's, natural open on the guitar, one's low and one's high. Pretty self-explanatory. So then we have on the second string down, it's A, third one down, D, fourth one down is a G, fifth one down is a B, and your last one again is your high E. Now, if you see this in guitar tablature, these will be numbered, and it actually goes from the thinnest to the thickest. So this will be known as string number 1, number 2, B, 3, G, 4 is the D, 5, A, 6, low E. Okay, right, now, fret markers. So we have this piece of equipment here on the guitar, which is known as the nut. So that is for all open. If you see a 0, that is the strings played open. So that's what that 0 stands for, open. Okay, right, so we have our 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. We're not going to really go anywhere beyond this part of the neck, because a lot of your open chords, or your 1st chords, are based around the first 3 frets. So we're going to have a look at that. Okay, so let's get on making our 1st chord and making a little bit of music. Right, so we're going to build this up very, very slowly, and we're going to have a look at 2 chords in particular. We're going to have a look at E major and A major. We're going to have a look at the shapes, how to play them, but also then how to change from one to the other. Because you find that the chord shapes can be quite difficult, but the changing of them, that's where sometimes you run into problems. So it's trying to get them changes fluent. But don't worry, this is why we're here, to go over them pieces and get you playing as soon as possible when I get here. So 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, and I've no doubt give it 1 week, you'll be able to play a few songs. So persevere, stick with it, okay? So let's have a look at them chords, them first couple of chords. Right, so here we go. We want to be playing with it being an E major, our open E. Okay, so we're going to play the first note, the open note, on the 6th string, E. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2nd finger, right? Actually a good point to name the hand, because these have different names as well. Well, they're still thumb and fingers, but we have T for a thumb, we have 1, 2 and 3, you know, and it's pretty much the same on the other side. There is some systems where it'll be P-Mac, but P-I-M-A-C, but we've still got thumb 1, 2, 3. Okay, but we'll give an explanation to that. So first off, back to the chord, we need to play that open E. Okay, then we want to take our 2nd finger on our left hand, and we're going to put it on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, the A. So anytime you get stuck, you can just literally count up. Okay, so take that 2nd finger, so it's open, 1, 2. Now, where we actually play the note, we want to be just before the fret wire, just here. So we don't want to be on top of it there, and we don't want to be way back here, because sometimes you can get it'll be like a bit of a buzz, and you'll find it harder to push down. Okay, so try and keep that as close to the fret wire without being on top of it. Okay, so just there will be perfect. Okay, so we've got our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, or the A, and then we're going to place our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, which is the D. Now this, if you played all 6 strings, would be an E minor. Okay. Now the difference between that, we're going for an E major, but a handy little hint is your minor and major chords. One sounds sad, very sad, minor, and then we put this last note on, which is going to make it major. And the distinct difference in between the minor one and the major one is one sounds happy, the other sad. And this is how we kind of create tension and play with emotion within songs and stuff like that. So you'll find that your happy ones are all major chords, and your sad, depressing ones are minor. Okay, so let's recap. We've got the open E. We're going to play the 2nd fret with our 2nd finger on the A string, then we've got our third finger on the second fret of the D string. Now we're going to stick our first finger, that last one there, right, we're going to stick that on the first fret of the G, or the third string, right? Now we just want our little finger hovering or kind of clampered to the side of your third finger, okay? It kind of makes like a claw shape. We'll get other angles so you can kind of see on the top here as well at one point, but we're just a little bit limited by technology at the moment. But hopefully I can get a close up there so you can see that much better. Okay, right, so now if we just go down the strings, we want to be playing all 6 strings, okay, for this E chord. So hear any kind of buzzers or you probably got a finger touching one of the other strings, okay? So kind of, if you notice, there we go, or if it's getting too far away from the fretwire, we can so get that closer to the fretwire and you should have a nice thin chord. So first off, that's as far as we want to get. We just want to get that chord sounding well, okay? Right, so once you've got that, let's move on to our second chord. Now our second chord is going to be an A, okay? So I'm going to change from the E to the A. Now, how are we going to do that, okay? Now, I would normally play an A like this, okay? With my first finger, like you would play A open, because that is your root note, okay? So on this chord you just want to be playing the bottom 5 strings, okay? You don't want to be playing that 6th string. It just muddies the chord up a little bit, okay? So try for exercise sake, just keep it to that A, so you play the bottom 5 notes, okay? Right, so the open, you first off have your open A, 5th string, there you go. Then what we're going to do for this exercise, because we're transitioning from the E, is we're going to have, this is what's called an anchor point, okay, or a little point of reference. So what we're going to do is, because we're going to have to take all of the fingers off the fretboard, other than this anchor finger, what we're going to do is we're just going to slide that up, okay, so you're going to slide it up just 1 fret, 1 semitone to the next one. Now on this one, I'm kind of going against the golden rule a little bit, as I wanted you to play it a little bit further back from the fret wire. Now the reason is, because we're going to do this from an anchor point, yeah, so this finger doesn't leave the fretboard, so we know where we're at, okay, sometimes without looking. That's where we want to kind of get to. But for now, we want to just slide that up there. So we're just playing that. Let's have a look with the first finger on the 2nd fret of the G, okay? Right, now your 2nd finger is then going to play this note here, which is E, but it's the 2nd fret, important to us, is the 2nd fret of the D string, okay? So that's there. Now your 3rd finger, this one here, is going to go right underneath that. So it's all on the 2nd fret, okay? 2nd fret of the B, 2nd fret of the G, 2nd fret of the D, okay? And that'll bring up our A chord. And again, all bottom 5 strings, and then just have a bit of practice strumming that. Make sure there's no buzzers or anything like that. There's other ways to play this chord, as there is with pretty much everyone. I would normally play it with my 1st finger, 2nd finger and 3rd finger in like a line like that. So your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the B. So I'll play like that. Unless sometimes I'll be playing rock, and then you can just do it with the 1 finger and leave out that last note. Same notes on the chord. This one, get that high, nice and bright. Okay, so that's what we're going to go for today. Okay, so we're going to change from here, from the E to the A. So slide that anchor point along, second finger on the second fret of the D, and your third finger on the second fret of the B, and that should play that chord. Okay? Cool. Right, so the little take-home exercise for this one, we're going to just look at them two chords, and then in our next lesson we're going to have a look at a third chord and look at a couple of songs on how we can make that up. And once you've got these three chords, there's a lot of songs. A lot of your pop songs are based on 3 or 4 chords. So stick with it, bear with it. You will find some problems, but just if you get stuck, just rewind this video, go back to the point where you need to be, and just go over that section. We want to create like a solid structure and foundation for you to then grow and build your playing on. Okay, so a little exercise for you to take home, this is going to be your homework, is we're going to play them chords, right? But what we're just going to do, we're going to play on a 4/4 pattern, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So we're going to change. Normally, on most popular music, it changes on the bar. So we're going to play. We're just going to let the E chord ring out. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Change to the A. 2, 3, 4. 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 So have a go at that. Let me know how you get on. Once you kind of master that, make sure you can get that timing right. Then we're going to put a strum on each one of those beats. Okay, so instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, we're going to strum just downstrokes for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 8. 8, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Right, well go away, have some fun with that. If you have any problems, let me know in comments below or anything. We'll try and get some chord sheets and diagrams, they'll all be linked below as well. But good luck, and hopefully see you next time. And you'll have them chords down and we can get onto some really juicy stuff and start playing, get some actual songs so you can take them to parties, wow your friends, your family, or even if it's just yourself. Let's have some good time playing guitar. Okay, well, from me, thanks very much, thanks for watching, until next time, keep on rocking folks, yeah.